Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. What's happened to Nikola today? Well, it's no surprise what's happened today, but let's have a look at it and let's see how we navigate through this. I've got the news for you. I'm going to give you some price targets, information here, and all the news coming up in this video, and I will reply back to all of my members as well, and I will respond to all your questions. Tap the like button if you like this message about Nikola, and click the subscribe button if you'd like to know more. Make sure that you ring the bell, because if you don't ring the bell, you won't be notified when I go live and bring you breaking news about Nikola or any stock. Down today. Why is it down? This is the reason, but what do you do now? Let's cover the news and then let's decide what we do next. So let's have a look. Nikola stock plunges as Nikola announces 1-for-30 reverse split. Never good. Statistically, this never ends well for companies. When they do this, it's very, very bad sign. Nikola stock will undergo that split next week. Nikola stock is down ahead of a reverse split for the shares. That's set to go into effect after market close on Monday. This will see it consolidate 30 shares into a single share. Now, for those of you who don't understand what that actually means, 30 slices of bread always made up this loaf of bread, and your 30 slices of bread will now give you one loaf of bread. You don't gain any shares, you don't gain any money, you don't gain any value. You end up 30 becomes 1. You've still got the same size of the company. It's done purely to follow SEC regulations and comply with policies, and will then remain on the index. It was voted on by the board, and now it's going to happen. But we've seen what happened today with Virgin Galactic, well, the last few days. Since the stock reverse split, it's been going down and down and down. It's a very negative thing. It's not a good thing at all for the company. However, Virgin Galactic's situation is very different than Nikola. Nikola has not been dragged into the meme craze with FFIE and GameStop, so it's a little bit safer and has a bit more money and a potentially a better future. Medium term, Virgin Galactic would be long term. This is more medium term, really. So what we've got now is an immediate reaction, which is an overreaction. It always is, and let me explain why as I cover the news. Because the moment you get a reverse split, it sends a signal that people will dump. People will not want to be around because they know others are going to dump. It's not a bad thing. It's not like we're reverse splitting, so it's a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It is a negative thing. They don't want to do it. They're doing it because they have to do it. It's not a good thing. However, what it means is, because people know statistically people will get out of the way of the stock because it's going to fall, then it creates a panic selling. Everyone sells, everyone dumps, because everyone knows everybody else is going to dump. It's just like lemmings over a cliff, really. It is. And what happens is everyone dumps the stock, so it goes down low. It's a self-perpetuating, is that the word? Prophecy. Self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what I meant to say. So even though it's not really a bad thing initially, I mean, a reverse split is separate issue, but it's not necessarily should the stock sell off. But because people know it's going to go down, they start selling, and down it goes. And here we are with the stock gone down 29%. Let's read this news and have a discussion of where we go next. Nikola stock is down on Thursday after a hydrogen truck company announced a reverse stock split for its shares. Nikola's board of directors has approved a 1-for-30 reverse stock split for Nikola's shares. This comes after shareholders approved a split ranging from 1-for-10 to 1-for-30 during an annual shareholder meeting this month. The reverse stock split will see Nikola's consolidate 30 shares of Nikola into a single share. The shares will keep their current ticker, but will switch to the new CUISEP number. Doesn't affect you at all, makes no difference at all. That's just paperwork, all right? The ticker will stay the same. It's worth noting that this reverse stock split will adjust how many authorized shares of Nikola stocks are allowed. The company notes that this change will drop from 1.6 billion shares shares to 1 billion shares. What's behind the Nikola reverse stock split? Well, Nikola is going forward with a reverse stock split to boost the price of its shares. The company's stock last closed at 48 cents. That's below the $1 minimum bid price required to remain on the NASDAQ exchange. The Nikola reverse stock split is set to go into effect after the market close on June 24th. That will see the stock start trading on a split adjusted basis when markets open on Thursday. Now, if you have under 30 shares, which is unlikely, of course, but if you do have under 30 shares of Nikola, you will get them. It will take a while. It takes a while for things to settle. But a week or so later, if you're on Robinhood, they will deposit your 29 shares, for example, into your account. You don't lose them. It just takes a little while. On Monday, of course, the market cap will still show. In fact, it'll go up. It'll go up by 30 times. It'll look, oh my gosh, this is great. The price has gone up and the market cap has gone up, because it won't settle until the following next trading day. So just bear that in mind. We've seen this many, many times. People do get confused and think, oh my gosh, it's great. It's not. It just takes time for it to settle. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Now, what we've got now is an initial reaction. Everyone's selling and dumping and getting out of the stock. However, with rates not coming down yet, I still believe they're coming down in the summer, and the summer runs all the way up to September. I still believe we are getting rate cuts this year. This summer. I've said summer of 2004 now for 18 months. That will be a good catalyst. I still believe that the S&P has got 8% in it. Tom Lee and others are calling for a 20% rally. So there's plenty of fuel in the tank. There's billions of dollars waiting to come into the market on the sidelines. So I'm very, very bullish on the overall markets. Not as bullish, of course, on Nikola, but I still think we're okay. I just think this was expected. Now, so it's an overreaction now. However, we will probably get some more selling once it reverses, because we've had some short interest, and that short interest will come in again to drive it down. The same way as we've got Virgin Galactic. People know that. They're keeping out of the way of it for now, and that's where I see the price going in the short term. Let's read a little bit more. Nikola stock is down 19.7% as of Thursday morning, and now we're down 29%. We were down over 30% a few moments ago. Investors will want to stick around for more of the most recent stock market stories. Oh, there we go. That's nothing to talk about. All right. So there you go. Thank you for that. So Nikola, there we are. That's what I think is going to happen. You're going to see it on, well, that's not a surprise. You're going to see it happen on Monday. We're going to see the price go up. Some people are going to make the mistake that the price has gone up and it hasn't. Some people will make the mistake the market cap looks far more attractive and it hasn't. And I think there will be initial sort of stabilizing of the stock. That's normally what happens. It'll go sideways for a little while, and then people will start coming in and shorting the stock again and taking it further down. So just bear that in mind. There is volatility left in this, even though this is an overreaction. It's always an overreaction to these moves. If you were buying this stock now, remember I only own the S&P because I wish to remain completely impartial. There's my portfolio, there's my Roth, and there's my overall balance, just about to come up to $100,000 on the 3rd anniversary. So I wish everybody the best with that. My suggestion, if it was a suggestion, which it isn't, it's just what I would do. I would buy a few. Let's say I had $1,000 right now. I would buy $500 of, and I wanted to allocate $1,000. I would buy $500 of the stock now. That's what I would do. I would buy that now, and from this position, I would probably hold. I would hold. Wait till next week. Get a further dip. If we get a further dip. If we don't, then you've got your $500, you're up and off you go. If we do get a dip, I would spend another $250. So I'm now up to 75% allocation on a 10-15% dip. And then hold. And if it goes up from there, great. I've lowered my average and I'm going up. If it then goes down further, another 10%, I would put my last 25% in. So I'm now 100% in. Now I've done the right thing. And I've balanced it and I've smoothed out the split. If between the second or third entry it goes up, then that's fine. I was happy with my 500. I can keep 500 on standby for something else or whatever, but don't chase the stock on the way up. Just let it go and do its thing. And then if you get a 20% bounce and it rises, I would trim 25% off. I'm now getting my seed money out. I've now got 75% of my money again if I only put the 50% in. And now I'm waiting for another dip. If it doesn't come, doesn't matter, I'm riding it up. That's how I'd play it. Whenever I invest, I'm always thinking 5 moves ahead. So that's how I would that's how I would manage that. Anyway, click above my head for all the links down below in the description, and over here I'll put the Nikola playlist and more information in the series, which you can go and check out. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.